morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, colleagues, mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. It is a privilege and an honor for me to welcome you here today on behalf of the International Maritime Organization to this 8th biennial GI-WACAF Regional Conference. I share with you our Secretary General, Mr. Keith Hackman's warm regards and best wishes for a productive and successful outcome to this very important dialogue you will be engaging in over the coming days. IMO's World Maritime Day theme for 2019 is empowering women in the maritime community. Several factors underlie this, not only the important objective of promoting gender equality for its own sake, but also the practical reality that shipping must draw on a talent from every corner of the globe and every sector of the population to secure its sustainability. To this end, I'm pleased to note there are a number of women present here today representing their nations and other regional organizations, as well as a well-represented lot from IMO. So we hope to see these numbers continue to increase. As we all know, the number of large oil spills has been on the decline for many years now. From their peak in the 1970s to where we find ourselves today, with major ship spills occurring now infrequently. Notwithstanding, maritime transportation patterns continue to shift with increased ship traffic in this region and expansion of offshore exploration in many of the nations represented here today. As such, there's an ongoing need to ensure that your administrations are ready and able to respond in the event of a spill. Collectively, the OPRC Convention and its HNS protocol, as well as the Funds Conventions covering liability and compensation, together with the Intervention Convention and the Salvage Convention, provide a comprehensive regulatory framework under which countries can prevent, mitigate, and receive compensation for losses due to major oil spills. These measures can be thought of as a safeguard. They exist as a backstop to the prevention and safety chain. They are there for those rare but inevitable occasions when things do go wrong. Globally, IMO has a continuous program of working with countries and other partners worldwide to improve overall capacity to deal with major incidents that may result in pollution damage. The GI-WACAF is one of the flagship programs within the broader work of IMO's Integrated Technical Cooperation Program, or the ITCP as it is known, and under the umbrella of the Global Initiative launched in 1996 between the International Maritime Organization and IPICA, our partners, the Global Oil and Gas Industry Association for Advancing Environmental and Social Performance. It is within this context that the IMO, as a UN body, and IPICA representing the oil industry, have for many decades worked together to support countries in improving their capacity for oil spill preparedness and response, not just relating to ships, but also offshore units, oil handling facilities, and other potential sources, demonstrating again that strong cooperation by governments and industry can be an incredibly effective approach. I cannot stress enough how important these efforts are and how grateful we are to all those who over many years have collaborated with us to develop and deliver and also participate in our technical cooperation efforts in this crucial subject area. Whilst much progress has been made over the life of the GI-WACAF project, there is a need to remain focused and committed in order to continue with the progress you have made individually as nations and collectively through sub-regional and regional approaches, noting that oil spills do not respect national borders and that transboundary incidents are one of the most complex to deal with, relying heavily on cooperation and clearly defined procedures tried and tested before any spill occurs. Next year marks the 10th anniversary of the Macondo spill that occurred in the Gulf of Mexico in 2010, providing us all an important reminder that major spills can occur anywhere at any time and not only from ships, as historically has been the case. More recently, IMO was called upon by the government of Mauritania, who are with us here today, to provide technical assistance related to a spill from a large fishing vessel, the Yvonne Gobelet, the details which I'm certain will be shared by our colleagues from Mauritania during the course of this week. This reminds us all that even small spills can stretch the capacities of a nation to respond in a timely and effective manner, thus underscoring once again the need for cooperative arrangements between nations. The goal of our discussions will be to hear your views, your experiences, and the progress made over the past biennium, and most importantly, the challenges and the most pressing needs and priorities for the further development and expansion of existing capacity, both at the national, sub-regional, and regional levels. This will allow us to shape the program to meet the identified needs, both in the next biennium and beyond. As per our usual practice, we have brought together a multinational team of technical experts with varying backgrounds, specialities, and experience to support and assist us in our work. I believe we are quite fortunate to have such an array of talent and practical experience to draw from, the experts as well as from the focal points, that will undoubtedly result in a productive and valuable dialogue and outcome to the conference. I must also extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to the government of South Africa, in particular SAMSA, for graciously agreeing to host us here in Cape Town in such a beautiful setting, working diligently alongside our team in preparing for and ensuring the smooth running of this event. We have many important topics in our agenda for the next several days, reviewing progress, sharing experiences, and setting the stage for the work of the project for the next biennium. As it is always the case with our dynamic GI-WACAF focal points, I am confident that with your contribution, supported by our technical experts, and in the spirit of cooperation, we will be able to identify the priority areas for the project and ensure a successful outcome to the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, j'aimerais vous remercier encore de votre participation. I have no doubt that this 8th conference will be every bit as informative and productive as those that have gone before it. Thank you very much.